Vice President at the NPP Amanyukono, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Edi Ensembia Babetuja, na Ensembe na Odi Betuja, na Ebreben Krana or Disansemi Ebabontin, China Kafaba Media, Yedimunchi Mu Ebabe Bomunti, Messa Monoma subscribe page no. I like his videos, I share a comment today, Amami. Send a banner update to the Abamon Sabi to me, Akemi. NPP Amanyokono Asha Omo National Thank You Tour as say a yana se probo Omo Asha se na omo se omo besha se e di every Western region e da memendana omo di akowie e wo Central region emfimfi mantemu na e hono mo e na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia former Vice President e de ma NPP Amanyokono e de ensembi e betudwa e fa enkugu a NPP Amanyokono e di no afi 2024 abatwa Yokotu yenim. Yenyina yenim ntwa NPP Amanyuku no afi 2025 batwa yokotu ye no. Omodi ewu mu na efa dodo na nso ebremi. Eye former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Sa wo ye Muslim enti na omo eto abaditi NPP Amanyuku no. Ene ensem bebre na ebi mu eka ede fa no ho. Nanu mu na eno ada omo thank you to omo ye na ye omo na ase apropo no. Wode ensem bi abetuja afasa ensem ya Ghana for eka ede efa no ho na. Mumma yenkote ensema. Former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
don't see the work you do because they are not observant of what you're doing, but you're doing very important work and you keep us going as we go in the field going round. And so I thought that I should come and say a personal thank you to all of you. You've been very, very, very supportive. And I have recognized this, and for some time now, I have been supportive of the salaries of a few of the women who are here. And I will continue to be supportive of you and even go further in that regard. I also want to, I also want to thank my running mate and my campaign team for their full support. They've done very, very well across this campaign. The fact is, we worked very hard. We tried to get everybody involved. As you know, the General Secretary was the Director of Operations for the campaign. The Women's Organizer organized the women. The Youth Organizer organized the youth. The Nasara coordinator handled the Zongo, and so on. So we tried to do as much as we could. Notwithstanding our hard work, however, we still suffered a heavy defeat. And when you look at what happened, you see that it was internal. Many of our supporters did not come out to vote. This is really fundamentally why we lost the election. If you look at 2020 vis-a-vis 2024, 2.1 million of our supporters didn't come out to vote. 2.1 million. And you look at John Mohammed's votes, his votes went up by maybe 115,000. So he increased by 115,000 and we went down by 2.1 billion. And that is basically why we did not win. So the key to victory going forward is within the NPP. It is within ourselves because we decided not to vote. So if we decide to vote, we would win. So the key is ourselves. It is ourselves. So that is what we have to understand and take going forward. When we finished the election, there were so many people who were giving different reasons for why we lost. So many different reasons. But people were speaking without data. And you know you can only speak forcefully with data. When you look at the reasons people were offering, one of the reasons people offered was that they said that they didn't vote for us because our presidential candidate was Muslim. Have you not heard that? Didn't you hear that? When I heard that, I said, this doesn't make sense. This is not the Ghana that I know. Because if you look at it, we went for primaries. We had 10 contestants. I was 1 Muslim, 9 Christians. But the MPP voted for the Muslim presidential candidate. So that could not be the case. So I decided to do some data analysis to test this hypothesis. And when you look at the data is very clear. In many constituencies across the country, the MPP presidential candidate performed better than the Christian parliamentary candidate. In many constituencies across. So it couldn't be, if they were voting because of religion, I shouldn't be performing better than the Christian parliamentary candidates. Even my good friend, Intim Fodio, who is giving a lot of heat to the government at the moment in Thailand. Intim Fodio is a reverend father in Intim Fodio, as in South. But I did better than him in his constituency. So he did so well. I mean, he did and mobilized the votes for me, and I thank him very much. But if you look at all across the country, the fact is that there was no religious factor in the voting. It is only propaganda. There is no religious factor, and in fact, we sought to see so many different institutions undertook research and undertook studies to answer the question. You had our MPs, you had Konrad Adenauer, you had Global Info Analytics, you had different institutions. But when you look at it all, they all came to the conclusion that it wasn't an issue of religion, it is not an issue of tribe. Those two issues have been ruled out in all the findings from different surveys that have been done. So as a party, I'm very happy that, and as a country, I'm very happy that religion and tribe has not entered our political discourse. We should not therefore allow people to come in to play propaganda with religion and tribe. We are one nation. We will all go together and we will move, whether we are Muslims or Christians, we will all work together for the good of this country. And that is how we should try to get everybody going forward. I am very happy that Professor Michael Quay and his Elections Review Committee have submitted their report. We've waited for this report for a long time. And they delivered the report on time. And I must say that I am very happy with the Okwe report. It has put to bed a lot of the propaganda that was going around about exactly why we lost the election. And I'm very happy about that. What is important also is that they have made some very important recommendations for this party. And those recommendations have been forwarded to a constitutional review committee to then look at it and bring it back to NEC and National Council for us to then make certain changes. You can expect, without any doubt, that the delegate system is going to be changed. That we will change the current delegate system and allow more people to vote. And that give more rights to more people to come in and be part of the electoral college. And so that those are things that we believe will happen, but we will wait peacefully for the committee to come back with its report. We will not try to preempt it, and once they come back with the report, we'll give the National Council the opportunity to get this sent to the National Conference for the decisions to be taken to amend the Constitution. So we are in a rebuilding stage for this party. what is important for all of us is that we have to be united. If we are united, we are going to win 2028. If we are not united, we will have a challenge. So unity is very important. And because I want us to be united, this is why I am departing from the normal thank you tour that we have held. Normally, whether it's Edubuani, whether it's Kufuor, whether it's Akufo-Addo, the presidential candidate has just basically gone ahead and done a thank you tour. We are doing it differently this time because I want unity. And that is why I have said that I want to go with the party and also to invite my former contestants, the aspirants who contested me for the primaries. They should come and we'll all go and do the thank you for the country, so that we all show a united front for the party, so that we can build on it going forward. So that is my sense of what we are going to do. I want to thank all of you. Remember, unity is the key. It's not time for primaries, and it is not about winning a primary. What we are doing is building a party machinery that can win the general election. That is what we should be doing. Building a party machinery to win the general election, not to win a primary. If you win a primary and you cannot win the general election, then it is a useless victory. It is a useless victory. It is a Pyrrhic victory. So let us build a machinery to make the party strong so that we can win the general election. And that is what we should be looking at as a party. We can only do that if we unite. Because united we will stand, divided we will fall. And that is something that my old father Tedam, would always remind us of. Uncle Tedam will always remind us that united we stand and divided we fall. And I remember him so fondly at this moment. So let's come together, and I know that the elephant is a winning symbol, and we are going to go ahead and win. Let us come together. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Former Vice President Dr. Bawumia says, and some Ghana for Binum Kase, Oya Muslim Entina NPP Amanyuko Edi Mchuo Afi 2025 Batunim. Or just say, Emu bien way, no credit, or say, no credit. When him Sanya Ghana for a city, and Ghana for Yenny Yimu Ewinipum. Then a Binum Beka say, Oya Muslim Entina Yedeto Abetia NPP for na, or no Okwejina Equapre presidency, the Bredema NPP no, and not see and NPP Amanyuko Edi Mchuo, or just say, bien wa, no credit. Now, what's also young Fatom say, NPP for no more air prime minister, dear, or Baba president, the Bredema NPP Amanyuko no. Now, Omuye nipa 10. Emun kron Christians, and now one no pet and a Muslim. And so Equaviachin, on no and now mu etumi jina at so a bad man, or no a Muslim na Ghana for say, on 99 NPP a Lucy or after 2025 baton, or just on one Muslim. And so crown more at Abayino, Emma or nona a Baba president, the Bredema NPP Amanyuko. It was saying some Ghana for Binum Eka, so a Muslim 10 NPP Lucy and Emma Munini. Now, or the Reverend in Tim for Johnson and Fat was a Shabapay, or your Reverend in Tim for you. And some a constant day for primary na yeba to your Sabano. Midinusum Queen, and Kubika say, or your Reverend, and now you're Christian. And so Crami Muslim, Crami Kukruno, Eden Eshivo, and Sister Mwamusha and Semia, Eddie and HSA, a Minty and a MPP, a Lucy, or after 2024 about to him. Osimobia and Kanchan say, oh no, and a MPP Lucy, and Nam say, or ye Muslim, not name. En kabuma anko sunti ene kwa MPP for binum anko to aba afi 2024 no enumu ene din kuguo eba MPP for afam o che se MPP for no bebre na MP anko to aba na Ghana for bebre na nso anto aba eno ne nkugu a MPP ediye no nemum enye wono no ntia asanso bu baby say united we stand, divided we fall ye ka ye huboma ena ye gina pintin aye adwumade nemum ye ma ye mu hwete se de abo akoko ɔhwete aburo na ɛne ye nkugo nku a ɛne bɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ye ntem enti wakacha Ghana for ne MPP fo no afi 2024 no ɔmo ankwa ankɔto aba no sɛ nyame adoma afi 2028 de ɔmo nyina MP nkɔ abɔnten na ɔmo nkɔto aba no ɛma nkunimdie ɛnkɔma MPP fo na united we stand, divided we fall. Sa ye kaboma ena yetimi ejina brane aye bibi pa. Enti se yetena ho na yemu ehwete se de abo akokɔ ehwete aburo na ene yinkugu ene entwo ena ebekode ama MPP amanyoko. Wenso se ne ensema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former vice president de ma MPP amanyoko no edi etudwa se enya no kreda se woye Muslim enti ena Ghana for anto aba amfa ma MPP no. Na empo obra no omo ekɔ prime minister apedi oba be president de ama MPP amanyoko ni mu na omo ye nipa du ena na epre ono pe ena ye Muslim enkro na aka ni nyina na omo ye Christians enso wono Muslim no edi Christians no eso enkuni enti ene ya adwen se enye wono nti na MPP edi ntwo afi 2024 eye to abinum ankoto aba ena di ntwo eba MPP fo mu aha eye Kafaba Media mesam no ma subscribe page no I like videos I share a comment say e di ama me sana be na update bi aba mo sa betimi aka bibi den de da ache hema ekwa akwa atema makram